So in this video, what we're going to do is the back stitch, right? This is a stitch that you could do if you wanted to draw maybe a straight line, or you were looking to write letters or do something like that. So what you need to do for the back stitch is, ideally we always like to start right at the corner, but with the back stitch we actually will be sewing backwards. So you go a little bit more forward than you usually would. Okay, so imagine you wanted to start here, just start a little bit more forward. Pull your needle through, the knot will stop it at the end of it. Always leave your thread hanging down at 6 o'clock, right? Then you're going to go back. So back about 0.5 centimetre, and you're going to go forward in the same movement. So my thread was hanging down, I went back, so behind my stitch, I went in here at 3 o'clock and I came out at 9 and my thread is hanging towards 6 o'clock. I'm going to pull my thread through. So there's your first back stitch. Now to do the next one, where do you think I'm going to go in? I need to go back. That's why it's called a back stitch. So I'm always going to go back where I last went in. So back in here, and I'm going to go forward like I did. Back, thread hangs towards 6 o'clock, and I'm going forward at 9 o'clock. And I'm pulling it through. Do you see how this is now all coming together? Next stitch, let that hang towards 6 o'clock. Next stitch, go in where you last went in and come forward. See that? Always check. In the middle, I've gone back and I've gone forward in the one movement, and I'm going to pull it through. Now this is very important to try and keep on the same line. As you can see here, I've gone a little bit maybe offline and it looks a tad bit crooked, but it actually looks fine there. So go in there, back where you last went in and out where you last come out. And that is your next stitch. Now imagine I got to the end of the line. All I have to do is, I want to finish this or close this gap. So go back in where you last went in and bring it the whole way through to the back of your felt. Like that. Now look, I've lovely 4 straight lines. Turn it around and do your pickup stitch at the back. So gather a little bit of fabric and then pull it through and do that twice. So you're doing a little back stitch and pull it through. Then you can cut it, but look how the back stitch looks from the behind. It's constantly these threads going over and under and over and under. So there is a lot of threads and it will look quite bulky from behind. Okay, so that's the back and that's the front. So you do that maybe if you wanted to draw straight lines on your stocking or CBA. So that's the back stitch.